Hey guys, Jonah here, back with the beer review, and yeah, we've got a weird one. Well, not a weird one, but I kind of made a slight error with this one. Anyway, don't panic. It is part of the ones to watch, which was that the one? That was the later one in December, I think, as far as I know. Anyway, the brewery is called Jester and is from Santiago in Chile. And this article is by Robin Gilmore, my new absolute favourite beer writer. Robin, you are fantastic. I love you. And I love her even more because she makes, you read down here, you can pause that. It says, over time, he became somewhat of an aficionado, even joining camera. So, man, I've been a member of Camera for 14 years. What does that mean? Am I an aficionado instantly? Damn right it does. Anyway, that article, it's really good. And this brewery in Chile, cool, man. I think really good. Anyway, this is the beer we're looking at today. Astronauta, and it's an American stout at 7.5% You know how we like to do things on a Monday. And weirdly, I guess because it's an American stout, if you look down here, it's hoppy. So that's unusual for a stout to be really hoppy. But as will become apparent when I start reading this blurb, yeah, it's cool. It's a stout inspired by American variations of the style, hoppier and more robust. Damn right it is. Jester uses an abundant roasted malts to achieve opaque black appearance with a dense brown head, with just the right amount of caramel malts to balance out the flavours, etc., etc. This beer is made with classic American hops, Columbus, Chinook, and Cascade to deliver citrus, aromatic notes with a hint of wood. It's got pale ale, Chateau Cristal, Cara Amber, roast barley, Carafa number 2, or Carafa Special number 2, and Melanoidin. Ooh, American style stout, which is basically a hoppy stout. That's kind of what I'm led to believe. But I don't think I read the can properly. And I will show you the can because it is proper Astronauta. And there is the Jester logo. And this is where I think things went awry. Come on, dude. At least get in focus. There we go. Astronauta. So Jester, there's a little Astronauta, and there's our wonderful planet, or half of it, because it looks like someone's taken a bite out of it. Maybe one of those Americans, or maybe I don't know. Lots of craziness going on. Ah, look. So it was brewed actually at Fierce Brew in Aberdeen for Cerveza Jester, Beer Jester. Barley malt, hops, yeast, Chamon. So this is a contract brew at Fierce. And now, Beer 52 is a Scottish company, and Fierce Beer are a Scottish brewery. And there are a lot of crossovers, and quite a few beers are being made. So they do some contract stuff. So this will be interesting. I have had in the past some not good beers from Fierce, but I've also had some not too bad ones. But, dear viewer, the problem I had is I didn't read the label properly. In fact, it only says round the back here. You can read, of course you can, and you know what that's going to say. It's going to say American Stout, right? 7.5%, 2.5 units, etc., etc. Keep cold and drink soon. Well, it is cold because I put it in the fridge. I wouldn't usually put a stout in the fridge. That was my mistake. So I'm really hoping that I'm going to get some stuff. But because it's got so many hops in it, it's a triple C stout. Triple C beer, but it's a stout. My God. but it looks proper. Right, it is a bit, even though it's been in the fridge, it's a little bit kind of taut, like a drum skin. Yes, I said drum skin. There we go. No, I shouldn't have worried, but I get paranoid about such matters after being let down by certain breweries and jizzing all over my trousers. The beer, that is, not anything else. And we have my tulip, which is probably going to be very oversized for this. And 7.5%. I'm not 100% sure how much head. Well, I forced the head a little bit, which is no doubt a good sign. Oh, look at that bad boy. There we go, one of those silly things. Wow, yes, there is a shed load of hops. So over a finger, just under 2 fingers head on that bad boy. And what a head that is. Look at that. I know I forced it a little bit, but look, it looks like a slice of bread or cake or something. And it's weird, it's quite light, sort of tan on the top, but it gets a bit darker down to the bottom. But that is that is almost an Irish dry stout head. We will see. Will it hang around or will it not? We will see. This is going to be a hoppy bad boy. Oh, it's weird because it was Cascade, wasn't it? Cascade, Columbus, and it doesn't say. Cascade, Columbus, Chinook, I think, something like that. So I don't think it's got any citra in it, which was interesting. And I was going to say that from the smell, from the aroma, I wasn't getting that kind of grassy hedgerow, green, dank aroma, which is synonymous usually with APAs and IPAs and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not getting that from this. I'm really, really interested. I'm trying to sort of leave it a little bit because I want this bit to warm up a little bit. What I might do is save a little bit right at the bottom and then come back to you, maybe. We will see how things go. But it's a Monday night. I've been to work. Well, I work from home today, but I have worked. That's why I'm in my G outfit. Guys, cheers and beers. Oh, if you do like this video, if it is your first time here, dear viewer, welcome to Unclejona's beer channel. Do a lot of reviews, some home brewing, all that kind of good stuff. Please click like if you have liked this review. And please think about subscribing so you do not miss any future reviews. Cheers and beers. Ooh. Ooh. Now, this, I think, was always going to be the problem with this particular beer. Because it's really chilled, apart from the hops, which, are there, the malts and stuff are a little kind of dialed back. So they're not kind of showing what's going on at their best. But I am getting some lovely creaminess. I am getting some coffee kind of like things going on. I was expecting there to be a lot more hop presence, to be perfectly honest. There's a reasonable amount on the nose, but I thought this was going to be really hoppy, like a proper hoppy bad boy, and it isn't. Like a black IPA, but this isn't. And the other thing is 7.5% ABV. I know this is only a small can. In the UK, this is a 330 milliliter can because we have the metric system, or partly. We still have pints as well. Come to the UK and get confused on measurements, both volume, weight, money, everything's confusing. Oh, it's weird. I really do think that I have made a small error because, dear viewer, I cannot give you the kind of full whammy. But that can was quite taut. So perhaps putting it in the fridge was a good idea. There is a bit of substance to this. It is a bit chewy, but yeah, the hops, it's almost like an APA or a brown beer, that sort of level of hops. So it's not super hoppy, it's definitely not bitter. So the IBUs are quite low. There is a bit of coffee there, but not too much. There's some chocolate there, but again, not too much. This, I have to say, is a very, very mellow beer, which is perfect for a Monday night. Ooh, bit of carbonation to it too. But yeah, this is really good. I'm glad to say that Fierce Beer have done a good job. Astronauta from Jester via Chile, but it could be anywhere outside on the planet. If you can get one of these, especially if you're north of the border, if you're up in Scotland, the chances are there may be, especially if you're in Aberdeen. I think Fierce Beer in Aberdeen. Is that right? Can't see what it says. Yeah, Aberdeen. Yeah. So if you are up there and you go to one of the Fierce Beer bars, I think there's one in southern Scotland, like Aberdeen, like Glasgow or Edinburgh. I think it's Edinburgh, but I'm not 100% sure. I have to look it up. Or you, dear viewer, could look it up. But if you're ever going up that way, definitely dive in. And if you can get some of this beer, because I'm sure they've done one contract brew, that means there's a partnership there. So there will be other brews. But 7.5% stout, if you can get that on draft, ooh, definitely have a pint. But only the one, mind you. Couldn't resist. Ooh, there was a lot more bitterness at the end, but it wasn't hot bitterness. It was like malt bitterness, dark chocolate, that kind of thing. But also reasonably sweet, so sort of dark cocoa. You know, that really gnarly chocolate that your other half might buy, or you might buy her for Valentine's Day. Could be one of those. Anyway, guys, this has been Unclejona here. As I say, if you've liked this review, please click on like. A small click for you does mean a lot for me. And the way the YouTube algorithms are working at the moment, getting the Unclejona channel out there, clicking like will really help me out. So please do that if you wouldn't mind. I will be back tomorrow for more beer and more Unclejona wrongness. Until then, why not have a beer on Monday night? I won't tell anyone if you don't. Cheers and beers, guys. We'll see you real soon.